son pass around to the people sitting here a page. They can take it on the way out.
You can stand outside and offer it as people.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
not in here.
I was going to hand out, Al Perkins again, I reintroduced myself, but I was going to hand out what has been basically left out of all of the propaganda, the fake news, everything from, that's been communicated by a handful of people that are now taking this on as a personal mission of defamation and interference with our enjoyment of the property. I want to take a step back, and when you understand the wording in this easement, which is the one and only reason the Perkins purchased this property from the Lamprey family, was the explicit paragraph that states what you can use, what you can and what's allowed on the property. And I'll read it to you. It allows for improvements, structures that are necessary in the accomplishment of on-site land-based agriculture, to include a road, drainage ditch, dam, fence, culvert, barn, or shed. I think left out of that are ponds as well. I think there's, when we wrote this, I think ponds are permissible as well. Morris Lamprey wrote that into the conservation easement because he's a very smart man. He's a very smart man to put the property into conservation in 1993, but he did not donate the land. He donated an easement with specific language that allowed for the exact direction that we've taken with the property, to have a working farm. If someone wants to take it on, he allowed us to have a working farm, which is what we've done. If he hadn't done that, he donated the land to the town, the estate would recognize no monetary value whatsoever. We paid we weren't even interested in it. Joanne Lamprey pursued us for 2 years to buy this property. We weren't interested. Why would we buy it if it's an easement and nothing can happen to it? She finally sent us the language in the easement that allows for just what we've done. And she says, if you don't buy it, someone else is going to. This is abutting your property, and this is what they can do. And we had three lawyers review it and concur what she said is correct, which we had no idea. We came to agreement shortly thereafter because my family and I, we discussed the possibility of a farm. We looked at the 54 Atlantic Avenue, which, by the way, has a warehouse on it, had this barn on that property, was being utilized illegally in a residential zone as a truck repair shop and a oil truck storage facility. We have our plan, and it has a very industrial commercial look to it when we bought it. Our long-term plan is to continue with the development of the farm. We've planted 3 acres of corn. My son did this year. We had a blast with it out back. It attracted an incredible amount of geese and ducks. And the other part is we're going to take down, there's a 100 by 60, a 6,000 square foot warehouse that we're eliminating this spring. Our whole idea is to create a much more rural effect and look to the farm, and to create a landmark it will be here next year. It'll be 100 years from now too. It's not going anywhere. We're going to continue with this mission. It's going to be a beautiful landmark, generations to come. In spite of all the misinformation campaign that a few people here wish to undertake and create an aggravation for us, we stand by it, and we're going to continue and create a beautiful place for the town.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Owner also of the farm, and I could go on for a very long time, but I'm going to keep this really short. I would like to say about the party barn reference. I think that Mr. Goslin is clearly deranged. I mean, this has gone on for 2 or 3 years. In fact, 2 years ago or so, he came over to our house to drop off a gift and personally thank us for everything we've done with Runnymede Farm. And in addition to the barn we're referencing now, which had been sitting there for 6 months to a year without him saying one word. And all of a sudden, I think it was maybe me that said to him, yeah, Bill, isn't this a great barn? Like, can't you imagine having a really nice party here? I mean, for God's sake, I don't know what he's doing, but we haven't had one function there. We've lived here over 25 years. We've probably had one party at our house for 40 people. It needs to stop, and he's very close to crossing the line. This has cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars between Runnymede Farm and this barn. And we are so over this, and there's certain people in here that need to stop. So I could go on, but I just want to express that and how sad it is to try to do something so wonderful for a town and just continue to be harassed by a certain few. Thank you.
Thank you.